We're the makers of the Pentagon product. It's an ergonomic line of writing instruments that we came up with. And I was a mechanical engineer, and he'd always had this idea about this, pen that he wanted to design. And everyone that he knew about this pen idea. No one knew what it looked like. They just knew that Colin had some crazy idea about a pen.
I was sitting in a high school detention at Palo Alto High School, and it was an all-day affair, and it was similar to that movie, The Breakfast Club. And so at lunchtime, they give you an hour break. So I'd stumbled upon this little flea market that was in our parking lot that day, and I bought a little kind of a keychain that was in the shape of a robot.
Somebody will say, what is that thing? They just want to know because it's different. They know it's a pen, but they're just really inquisitive about it.
And so I fiddled with this thing when I went back into class, and I used to always get bad writer's cramps, so this was sort of that inspiration part. And so I realized when I turned this little robot upside down, the two little legs look like, in a sense, a crutch for your finger.
If you look at writing instruments over the last 100 years, they all look the same, but you stick ours there, and it really is different.
So I said, that's interesting. So I took a lighter and I melted off a pen tip and put it on the place of the head of the robot, and
got it literally into one store, got it into 2 stores, into 3.
I sat there and I realized, what if there's a way you could tap into that weight? It was just kind of one of these crazy ideas.
So we have Walmart we're shipping to, FedEx, Kinko's we just started, CVS, Walgreens, Office Depot. This spring we'll be shipping to Staples and Office Max.
People looked at me a little odd, and I was sitting there tinkering with this thing. But I'll be darned, the damn thing worked.
It's really exploded. We've been in business for 5 years, and really over the last 6 months, our business is tripled just in that short amount of time.
If I could remember who the teacher was that gave me that detention, they'd certainly get free pens for life.
When we first decided to switch to Dynamics GP, it was a big decision. With our fast growth, we know it's important to have the business systems behind it. So Dynamics GP, we really feel confident that that's going to allow us to focus on our business.
We've gone from being in 5,000 stores to being in 20,000 stores. Once we got it into the mass market and we were given the shot that we always dreamed of, it sold exactly the way we said it was going to sell.
Having access to the information we can get out of Dynamics GP is really important, especially when we're going to meetings with some of our big customers. So knowing our cost, our landed cost now, we know is super accurate. So we really can make good financial decisions based on the data that we're really collecting in Dynamics GP, and to be able to make smart business decisions.
A very big piece of the puzzle is Microsoft Dynamics GP. It has allowed us to really present ourselves in a manner that is on par with a $100 million company or even a $1 billion company. We look and sound exactly the way we want us to when we present our financials.
It's a scary time, but it's also exciting time.
It's probably one of the biggest pieces of our success. We can handle pretty much anything now. Having it in place now, for example, to manage 20,000 retailers, it's extremely critical. It's a big part of our business.
We are having the time of our lives with it.
Our dream is right in front of us. We're actually walking through this dream, and Dynamics GP has really allowed us to compete with the big boys, to really look and be just like the big companies. Knowing that we're partnered with Dynamics GP is a very safe feeling. It allows us to sleep well at night.
With the Pentagon and Microsoft Dynamics GP, we're revolutionizing the pen industry.
If I was a BIC, a Sanford, or a Pilot, I'd be nervous.